today's modern digital age, many schools will now use biometric systems. Biometric data is often used in cashless catering, library services, or to exit or enter from a school's building. While biometric data can provide many benefits for schools, it's also important to understand your obligations under the UK GDPR, the Data Protection Act, and the Protection of Freedoms Act. We'll be taking a look at some of those considerations in today's video. Biometric data arises from the specific technical processing, often relating to a person's physical characteristics, that allows them to be uniquely identified. Some common types of biometric data include fingerprints, vocal recognition, and facial recognition. When we process biometric data, it's considered personal information and therefore engages data protection laws. Under data protection laws, biometric information is considered special category data. If you'd like to know more about what's entailed in special category data, please see our previous video on the subject matter. However, suffice to say that special category data relates to sensitive personal information and is therefore more closely regulated under data protection laws. With that in mind, here are 3 key considerations. As you're processing special category data, you should undertake a Data Protection Impact Assessment, or a DPIA. A DPIA allows you to identify potential data protection risks and put in place mitigations. For example, a DPIA would identify the need to obtain consent before you process biometric information. If you'd like to know more about how to undertake a DPIA, please see our previous video. As I've just touched upon, a school needs to obtain explicit consent before it processes biometric information. This would be considered the school's lawful basis for processing. This means that, for example, the school is using people's fingerprints for cashless catering. This should not be done unless you have obtained consent from either a parent or a pupil. If you need to know who to obtain consent from, please see our video, Consent under the GDPR. Additionally, consent can be withdrawn at any time, and a child's biometric information should not be processed unless one parent has consented and no other parent has withdrawn their consent or otherwise objected to the processing. Another consideration is the obligation under the Protection of Freedoms Act to notify parents of your intention to process biometric data. If you need further information, the DFE has non-statutory guidance called the Protection of Biometric Data of Children in Schools and Colleges that can provide further information about consent forms and template notification. While biometric data can provide many benefits for a school, it's important to have a grasp of these considerations under data protection laws so that we can properly safeguard this sensitive personal data.